Hello, I'm John Hartledge. Welcome to my channel. Well, as you can see, it's the holiday season. So grab your wine, pop the cork. It's gonna be a real good time. Let's chat wine. What's in your cup? So, Katherine Cabernet from the Goldschmidt Winery, Geyserville, California. Really have been looking forward to this. There is a lot of provenance in this bottle. And now provenance, not just origin, but in wine. What's really interesting is provenance beyond origin is the history of the family, the winemaker. In this case, we have a global history. The winemaker, in this case today, Saint Nick Goldschmidt. Nick Goldschmidt and his daughter. Nick Goldschmidt and his daughter, Katherine. He has actually 3 daughters that get involved in the winemaking, so much so that he does these proprietary names for all of his daughters, Chelsea, Hillary, and Katherine. Katherine made this right alongside him. But Nick and his wife Yolene are from New Zealand, and they've made wines all over the world. Well, they settled in Sonoma, California, and Sonoma actually in this area, Alexander Valley, this Stonemason Hill is a single vineyard area, but this Stonemason Hill area and Alexander Valley in general is kind of known as a Bordeaux-ish kind of feel from California. Usually a little more gravel and rocky soil influence in the texture and some of the flavors. But he's kicking 14.5% in this, so there's a lot of big fruit. Actually, a vegan wine. In winemaking, you filter, but also many times you fine. And fining is done with either fish, like fish scales, or done with the albumin or the white of eggs. And what it does, it just takes some of the particulates out of the wine and filters down through. But then your wine isn't technically vegan. This wine is vegan because they do not fine it, but they do filter. So can't wait to taste it. I've heard great things, but part of the provenance here is his own winemaking history. He actually consults for 26 wineries around the world. And there have been articles written on how do you do this, Nick? All of these things. He's got a major wine operation in California. He has another wine operation where he's directly, they're his, but he also consults as a consulting winemaker all over the globe. So he's traveling all the time. He loves it. But I was very interested because he started in California at Simi Winery, get ready for these names, Paul Hobbs and Zelma Long. Long Vineyards, Paul Hobbs Vineyards. Paul Hobbs also was instrumental in starting Catena Winery in Argentina. This is all provenance. This is all history. This is all amazing experience and legacy in winemaking. Really looking forward to this. My friend Mark over at Burke's Wine in Sparta turned me on to this, and he said, you've got to try it. The lineage on this guy's winemaking is incredible, and you're going to love this. And I said, I need a cab that's going to almost come in with a big punch. And he said, oh yeah, big time. So let's see. Love the cork. It's neutral. This is a 2018, so this is young, but this spent 12 months in oak. Here's how the costing starts to make sense. It's actually Sonoma. It's not Napa, not quite as expensive. It's the hillsides around Alexander Valley. But to have a wine in that $21 range with what I think this is going to deliver, fabulous value. So let's give it a try without aeration. Let's see how we're looking. And we know we're going to be ready to aerate too. Okay, so let's see how we're doing here. Katherine's Cabernet from the Goldschmidt Winery. Really nice classic Cabernet nose, a little bit muted, and that's, you know, from those phenolic compounds, tannin, are kind of muting that astringencies, even in the nose. Very nice. but a little tight. So what are we gonna do? Ha! Notice, before we do that though, notice I'm chewing. It's very important when you're first tasting a wine, or if you're gonna really kind of get down on a wine, get down on it. Sorry, it just happens that way. You want to chew, because when you chew, you coat more taste buds. There are tasting centers all over your mouth. Also, as you chew, it allows more evaporation to happen inside your mouth, on your palate. All of a sudden, the sense of smell gets involved, and you taste more layers, and you feel more textures. So it's very key. And what happens? There's a lot of tannin, so it kind of dries the tongue. There's a little bit of, not quite sandpaper, it's not coarse, but Now sometimes I forget and I just start, just a nice little easy. I always tell my guests, pretend you have taffy on your palate and you're chewing the taffy nice and slow. All right, now let's do a little Bernoulli action. Okay, we pull out our Venturi, and here we go. Ready for the gurgle? Here we go. Ready? Sorry, every time I do it, I think the giggle happens every time. Okay. Gotta love physics when it meets wine service. So now we've aged the wine a little bit. Already a little more round, not so dry in the nose. Here you go. There come the flavors. So, from 12 months of oak cask aging, there's a little extra vanilla. There's some really fun, like cedar overtones. And check my spec sheet here. Oh, that's what I wanted to mention. The vanilla in there, 90% French oak, 10% American. So there's a little different oak. Little bit of toast. They only did medium toast on this, and only 20% of those oak barrels are new. New barrels throw lots of wood. Hey, let's go easy. They went nice and easy, very balanced. Beautiful winemaking, delicate wine, perfect for the holidays. Cabernet, Christmas. What could be better? You know, this is so much fun. You know I'm having fun. Come back and see me. Subscribe, sip a little, share it, zoom it. Let's get this thing going. We've had a great 2019 and 2020. 2020. In another week, I'm gonna be ready to kiss 2020 goodbye. Come and see me again. Let's chat wine.